Donald Trump has said that Prince Harry will be on his own if he wins a second term this year, as the former president criticised him for an unforgivable betrayal of Queen Elizabeth II. Mr. Trump said that Joe Biden's administration had been too gracious to the Duke of Sussex since he moved to America in 2020. Speaking at the Conservative Political Action Conference near Washington, D.C. on Saturday, Mr. Trump told The Express, "I would not protect Harry. He betrayed the Queen. That's unforgivable. He would be on his own if it was down to me." Meanwhile, Prince Harry's immigration status has become the subject of legal dispute by the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank which argues that he cannot legally have entered the US because he admitted to taking illegal drugs in his memoir, Spare. Well, let's get reaction to all of this. We head straight to the United States, and a good friend of the programme, Nile Gardiner, foreign policy analyst, contributor to the Telegraph newspaper and former aide to Margaret Thatcher. Niall, we'll get to the comments of Donald Trump shortly, but you are a leading figure at the Heritage Foundation. What is your case against Prince Harry and his claim for US residency?
Mark, great to be on the show today. And on Friday, actually, the Heritage Foundation took the Biden administration to federal court in Washington, D.C. to secure the release of Prince Harry's immigration records, especially in light of his revelations of widespread and extensive drug use. So this was actually the second court hearing heard by a federal judge. And at the end of the hearing, the judge indicated that he may seek to see the records himself in the course of the next few days. That's a huge development. And I think the Biden administration's attempts to hide Prince Harry's immigration records ultimately will not succeed. Our view at the Heritage Foundation is that we have a very good chance of winning this case, but the American people will be able to see exactly what Prince Harry put down on his immigration records. And if indeed Prince Harry lied on his application, that would be a serious matter. That would be a criminal offense. And also, we want to see whether or not he was given any kind of preferential treatment by US authorities. So it's a big case in the United States. We had an extremely positive hearing on Friday. I think there is a very good chance that the Biden administration will be forced to release Prince Harry's immigration records to the American people.
What is the desired outcome of the Heritage Foundation?
Well, the desired outcome simply is for the records to be released so that the American people can see exactly what Prince Harry put down on his immigration application. And of course, lying on an application, if indeed that was the case, that is a very, very serious matter. It is a criminal offense. And so we're calling for transparency and accountability. No one should be above the law, and that includes royalty like Prince Harry.
You just want the truth, and that's entirely laudable. If you are to prevail, what is the worst-case scenario for Harry?
Well, that's a great question. Ultimately, that will be a matter for US authorities to handle. But if it was revealed that Harry had lied on his application, that would be a criminal offense. Normally, individuals in those circumstances would be subject to removal from the United States. So the stakes are extremely high for Prince Harry right now.
Listen, I wish we had longer. A quick one, if you can, Niall. Donald Trump, as you just heard, has said that Prince Harry will be on his own if he wins a second term in November. How hard do you think President Donald Trump in the White House could make life for the Sussexes?
Well, I think President Trump spoke the truth when he condemned Prince Harry at the CPAC conference earlier last week, actually. And I think that Donald Trump takes a very dim view of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. After all, they have become sort of leading woke left figures who have intervened, frankly, in American politics. And Donald Trump said correctly, of course, that Prince Harry had demonstrated incredible disloyalty to the Queen. And he really blasted Harry for that. And I think Donald Trump's words would be supported by tens of millions of Americans. I mean, Harry and Meghan are deeply unpopular figures in the United States. I think that everything Donald Trump said was accurate about Prince Harry. And I think the vast majority of the American people would agree, actually, with President Trump with what he said about Prince Harry at the CPAC conference.
Of course, the Sussexes would point to the popularity of their Netflix show, the sales of the book Spare, by way of disagreement with you. But it's fascinating what you've had to say, Niall, and I do hope you'll join us again soon.
I will do. Many thanks, Mark.
Brilliant stuff. My thanks there to Margaret Thatcher's former advisor, contributor to The Telegraph, and something of an international diplomat in his own right, the one and only Nile Gardiner.